Hey guys, what's up? It's Katy and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the champion spotlight for Hitmonkey. So thanks to the CCP, I was able to have early access to this information, so thanks, kabam. So let's get into it, shall we? So Hitmonkey is this dapper little guy who was just, an ordinary monkey until his tribe gave sanctuary to an on-the-run assassin. Now, mercenaries came and killed both the assassin and the rest of Hitmonkey's tribe. So sad. So Hitmonkey took up the fallen assassin's weapons and swore vengeance against those responsible and all others who call themselves mercenaries. So it's actually a cool comic. We'll get into that in another video. All right, so let's take a look at Hitmonkey's mechanics. Now, he's a versatile assassin who can quickly eliminate his targets while bypassing their defenses. So he basically uses nunchucks for his basic attacks and are guaranteed to be critical hits, and landing 3 critical hits in a row enables him to switch into one of 2 combat modes. The first is Assassin's Cunning, which lets him strike evasive opponents and improves his bleed damage. The second is Primal Rage, which lets him ignore his enemy's armor up and resistance, and also lets him inflict a disorient debuff on the opponent. So you're gonna kind of want to pay attention to what you're doing as to which mode you want to be in. So let's go ahead and take a look at his base stats. So he's got another one with pretty good prestige, right? 10, 6, 40. Now I do have just the base stats up here, 4, 5, and 6 star. If you want to take a look at the 4, 3, whatever star, that will be in the forum post. He's got decent attack, and he's a little squishy, right? He's a little squishy. Okay, so let's take a look at his basic abilities, because this little furball has critical bleed. Of course, he's got Assassin's Cunning, Primal Rage, Disorient, and critical damage, which I already talked about. So we'll get into more about Assassin's Cunning and Primal Rage as we continue through this video. So let's take a look at his strengths. So Hitmonkey has a number of different ways of dealing solid damage to the opponent. He has guaranteed crits on a number of his basic attacks and can easily trigger bleed debuffs through his basic combos. He also has access to true damage for opponents with high resistances, which is great. Now, he also has an advantage when fighting the #mercenary. So a number of Hitmonkey's abilities are improved when fighting those tagged #mercenary. The most notable change is that rather than being forced to choose between his 2 combat modes, triggering one combat mode will automatically also trigger the other one, giving him the benefits of both. So that is pretty awesome. And then he can also purify debuffs and evade attacks. So in addition to significantly improving his attack opportunities, Hitmonkey's 2 combat modes also provide him with some safety. Assassin's Cunning will let him evade an attack that would strike him, and Primal Rage will let him shrug off a stun or a damaging debuff. So would this make him good for encroaching stun? Ooh, stay tuned. Okay, so let's take a look at his weakness. Now, obviously, bleed immune champs, or those that can shrug off his bleeds, are gonna be a hard counter to him. And if you can't crit against the champion, you're gonna have some issues here. So basically, like, his guaranteed crits, if someone punishes something like that, like Mr. Sinister or Ebony Maw. Now, the way Kabam has this worded, they basically say Hitmonkey has guaranteed critical hits on his medium attacks and his first light attack. If his opponent is someone who punishes critical hits like Mr. Sinister, then Hitmonkey is going to have a difficult time. They could have phrased that better. Basically, Corvus weaknesses against critting is the same as Hitmonkey's weaknesses when it comes to critting. That would have been easier for Kabam to write, I feel like. Or maybe it has something to do with Corvus nerf. Anyway, I digress. So let's go ahead and continue on to some of his abilities. So let's start with this Nunchuck. So Hitmonkey's Nunchuck attacks are guaranteed critical hits against opponents who are not blocking. He uses them for his first medium hit, his first light hit, and his second medium hit. So basically the Corvus hit, right? Medium, light, medium. Here we go. Landing 3 critical hits in a row deals internal damage to the opponent and inflicts a bleed debuff, dealing direct damage over over 4.5 seconds. So basically what you want to do when you play Hit Monkey is the same thing you want to do when you play Corvus, right? 3-hit combos, medium, light, medium, in order to get those guaranteed crits and get that bleed debuff on. Now you can do a 5-hit combo, as all 3 hits in the shorter combo are guaranteed critical hits, but you're probably just going to want to do the basic 3-hit combo. So let's take a look at this monkey scheme, monkey do, right? Because this has a lot to do with how he gets to Assassin's Cunning and Primal Rage. So this is Hit Monkey's starting state. So he does not have a monkey scheme active, and monkey schemes are the main mechanic. So once you land a critical hit, you're gonna see that that little passive buff on you is going to go to a 1. All right, that's what you do. And then landing 3 critical hits in a row grant Hit Monkey a monkey scheme and will bleed the opponent. Now, this is where you can either alternate between Assassin's Cunning and Primal Rage. So let's take a look at how you do that. So blocking or dodging an attack converts a monkey scheme into Assassin's Cunning, lasting 3 seconds. But if you're attacking or being struck, it converts monkey scheme into Primal Rage, lasting for 8 seconds. Now, against #Mercenary opponents, monkey schemes are always converted into both Assassin's Cunning and Primal Rage. So he's really good against anyone that's tagged a Mercenary. So, you know, Domino, Massacre, the Deadpools, Luke Cage, I believe is also tagged a Mercenary, so keep that in mind. Now, while Assassin's Cunning or Primal Rage are active, monkey schemes cannot be gained, so you have to wait until those are over. All right, so now if Hit Monkey is knocked down, Assassin's Cunning and Primal Rage are activated for 6 seconds. Now, when an opponent evades, Assassin's Cunning is activated and Primal Rage refreshes and can only trigger every 15 seconds. So keep that in mind. This is really handy for those sneaky evaders like Spider-Man, Nightcrawler's another good one, right? All those pesky evaders. Okay, so now that we have kind of a brief idea about Assassin's Cunning, let's kind of go into it a bit more. Now, Assassin's Cunning prevents opponents' evade effects, and you can see it's got that little debuff. It's converted the monkey scheme into Assassin's Cunning, and it will change the buff on you. And you also gain, with Assassin's Cunning, a 60% chance to evade an incoming basic attack while not blocking. Now, this is kind of risky, right? Evading, though, removes the Assassin's Cunning. So if you want to get the Primal Rage, if you evade, that's how you remove it. Then you'll get the monkey scheme in order to then convert that into the Primal Rage. Now, the bleed debuffs from Hit Monkey's Nunchaku can be critical bleeds when in Assassin's Cunning, multiplying their potency by his critical damage multiplier, and the chance for the critical bleed is equal to his critical chance. So it's basically, he's like Domino, right? He's kind of like a mix of Domino and Corvus. Now, the chance for critical bleeds to occur is further increased for every 3 critical hits landed in a row during Assassin's Cunning. So if you really want to be, you really want to be doing the 3-hit combos here, because each combo you do will bleed the opponent and also increases the chances then of triggering crit bleeds, which will, give more damage instead of just your regular bleeds. And if the opponent would get a hit in, though, there's a really good chance that Hit Monkey can evade it. It's a 60% chance. I wish it was maybe a little bit more, but I guess we're gonna have to stick with the 60 because I feel like that's a really high risk right there, right? Right. All right. So now let's take a look at Primal Rage. Now, Primal Rage ignores the opponent's armor and resistances. So you can see here, it's kind of a little orange debuff. The monkey scheme is converted here into the Primal Rage passive buff. So with Primal Rage, you gain 100% chance to purify one of each stun and damage over time debuff on you when one is gained or when Primal Fury activates. Purifying then removes the Primal Rage. So this could maybe be good for encroaching stun, I'm not sure, but it can definitely work out pretty much in your favor when it comes to things like suicides, right? So even if you add then Nick Fury and the Deadpool, which, Hit Monkey's got a synergy with Deadpool. If you add Deadpool and Nick Fury, then you have the Restoration Kit synergy. I think that would really work out here with Hit Monkey. Now, The light attacks, if Primal Rage are activated, have a 20% chance to disorient the opponent, decreasing their block proficiency and defensive ability accuracy by 40% for 6 seconds. Now, the chance to disorient is increased by 2.5% flat for each hit landed during Primal Rage, up to 45% total. And then they can also, this also applies to special attacks while Primal Rage is active, but that extends it for an additional 3 seconds. So instead of 6 seconds, it is 9 seconds during special attacks. Now, in Primal Rage, you want to change up your combo style. You don't want to be doing the 3-hit combos. This mode benefits more from landing as many light attacks as possible. So ideally, you want to start your combos with a medium attack followed by 4 light attacks, right? So medium, light, 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 light. Yeah. Now, you won't trigger bleed as often, but all of your hits will ignore the opponent's armor and resistances, and you'll be easily able to disorient them with just the basic attack. So if you're going up against someone with a lot of armors, this is the way to go. All right, so now speaking of special attacks, let's go ahead and take a look at the special attack 1, Monkey Business. Shotguns are more effective when you use your feet. Okay, Hit Monkey. So if Assassin's Cunning is active, this attack has vigilance and cannot miss. If Primal Rage is active, this attack is unblockable. This attack causes, now if this attack causes a miss to fail or breaks a block, it refreshes the Assassin's Cunning and Primal Rage, and Hit Monkey gains vigilance and unblockable until Assassin's Cunning and Primal Rage expire. Now, the goal of this special attack is to punish your opponent for trying to block your attacks or cause them to miss. Now, doing this successfully will give you a massive advantage for the remainder of the current combat mode. So it's important that you note that you're successfully punishing the opponent, and so that it will always give you the benefit. So, you know, if you break the block, that will give you vigilance, even if you weren't in Assassin's Cunning to begin with. So kind of keep that in mind when it comes to the rotation of his specials. So let's take a look at his special attack 2, Barrels of Monkey. When one gun isn't enough, diversify. It really catches people off guard. Look at little John Wick over here. If activated immediately after Hit Monkey lands a critical hit, all hits in this attack are guaranteed to be critical. Assassin's Cunning and Primal Rage are paused during this attack. So this is an attack you want to do after you land a critical hit. And so it's easy to make this attack completely be critical, since there are 7 hits in this attack, which is amazing. So you're going to have 7 critical hits. You're going to trigger a lot of bleeds from this. So this is going to be the one to do the most amount of damage off of, it seems like. So let's take a look at his special attack 3, Macaque Massacre. Cool monkeys don't look at explosions. All right, so this one you gain a Cruelty buff for 27 seconds, increasing crit damage rating. And then while this Cruelty is active, striking the opponent pauses Assassin's Cunning and Primal Rage for 0.3 seconds. So this special it seems to be most useful in longer fights when you want to spend longer times in your combat modes. So Cruelty is always nice though for guaranteed crits, right? So maybe you would want to throw this and then try to build up to your special 2 so you get even more damage off of it. So let's take a look and see if he needs to be awakened. So let's take a look at his signature ability, the Monkey, the Myth, the Legend. While the opponent is above or at 25% health or is tagged a Mercenary, Assassin's Cunning and Primal Rage lasts 3.5 seconds longer. While the opponent is below 25% health or is tagged as a Mercenary, Hit Monkey passively reduces their defensive ability accuracy by 40%. So it does seem like he needs the awakening to get that extra little oomph from him, especially when it comes to making Assassin's Cunning and Primal Rage lasting longer, and also for reducing their ability accuracy by 40% when they're below 25% health. So I'm going to say he definitely needs the awakening. At least that's what it appears to me. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at his synergies, not the face, with Deadpool. So Hit Monkey, if any bleed fails to apply to the opponent due to an immunity, Hit Monkey deals a burst of instant passive bleed damage for 50% of his attack, so this is good. And then Deadpool and Deadpool X-Force Special Attack 1 has a 100% chance to bleed, dealing damage over 6 seconds equal to 120% of his attack rating. That's a nice little buff to Deadpool and Deadpool X-Force. So I do like that. And if you are bringing them in with the Nick Fury for the Restoration Kit synergy, it's not bad. All right, and then we have Spider Monkey synergy with Spider-Man. This is with OG Spider-Man. So Hit Monkey, when fighting tagged Mercenary tagged opponents, gain the effects of level 1 Assassin Mastery. If the Assassin Mastery is already acquired, it instead activates when the opponent is below 25% of their maximum health. I really like this. I think this is a cool concept. I think this is a neat idea to tie in the mastery setup like this. Now, Spider-Man, this is a nice buff with Spider-Man because that auto evade has gotten me multiple times. So the chance for critical rate to be increased by special attacks is increased by a flat plus 92%, and his evade does not trigger while blocking. Not that I'm really going to use OG Spidey anyways, but that's kind of a nice little bonus. All right, and then we have Furry Frenemies. So Hitmonkey and Rocket, critical hits have a 30% chance to armor break the opponent for 6 seconds, reducing their armor rating by 700. Squirrel Girl and Beast activate combo shield for 5 seconds when this champion would lose their combo meter from being struck, and this activates once per fight. So that's a nice little synergy they got going on there. The No Evil synergy. So Hitmonkey, the last 3 hits of each heavy attack are guaranteed critical hits. That's nice. Daredevil, chance to dodge projectile attacks is increased by 70% flat. Okay. Hawkeye, arrow strikes are guaranteed critical hits against bleeding opponents who are not blocking. I like that one. And then Black Bolt, this is kind of a nice little one for Black Bolt. Critical rating is increased by 300 for each buff on Black Bolt. So if you really get those buffs up, he's gonna be doing some mad damage. All right, and then we've got the enemy synergy with Black Widow, Deadly Origin, Elektra, Luke Cage, and Taskmaster. So it increases their it increases all champions' crit rating. And then we've got the teammate synergy with Old Man Logan and Masacre. So all champions gain a chance for a perfect block. And then recommended masteries that Kabam recommends is, of course, Deep Wounds, Cruelty, and Assassin. I do have to agree. There are probably going to be some other ones thrown in there. We won't know until I get my hands on him to play with him. But anyways, guys, that's all that I got. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Hitmonkey? How do you think he is looking on paper? Do you think he is like a cross between Corvus and Domino, or do you see someone else thrown in the mix? What do you think? Do you think Kabam has done him right? Let me know in the comments below and let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more, please remember to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and hit me up in the Discord chat. Thanks, guys. Bye.